Right, had a lot of rain over the couple of days. We've been away for a couple of days, so just had to empty the water out of this hole and just show you what I used to level, get my level. See, there's the laser level there. If you've seen this stick, must be to this line here. So I should take out another inch or so just to give us a little bit of concrete below the base of the columns. So what I do, show you what I do. So I want our column to be the same as this one, so what I do, I measure from the bottom of the beam there down to this point here, and then I come along, mark it onto my post from the bottom of where the beam's going to sit, same distance, which comes to here. Then I measure from here to here, mark it on my post, which comes to there, this mark here, and I put it in a hole, and that's how I get my levels. Okay, so I should just dig a little bit more out here and then put a bit of concrete at the bottom, and then like this one, and then we're ready to put the posts in. Looks like it's just going to be me and Da. These are big heavy posts. We will struggle, but we will get there. Okay, catch you later.
Well, we did manage to get some help, as one of my wife's cousins came to help us, which made a big difference, because me and Da, or Grandad, would have struggled with just the two of us. So here you can see I'm just checking the level, checking the posters in the right place. You can see that I used batter boards here, which you add a string line to make sure it's in line with the existing posts. Once I'm happy it's in the right place, we start adding the concrete. As I'm adding, checking the level, make sure it's upright. You can't really tell from the video, but it was very, very hot. I would imagine it was in mid-30s, 35 degrees centigrade, and I was sweating. Not bad for an old man. 64 years old now, you know, but still going strong. Anyway, that is the way that we managed to get the posts up in the right place and in the right level.
Well, this is the result of my hard grafting. 3 posts in. Next job, I don't know whether to do the concreting for the base first or put the roof in first. I'll see. Anyway, it's the first step. I'll keep you informed of the progress. Bye for now.
So after speaking to the grandparents, they decided we should do the roof first because we'll have some shade when we're doing the concreting. So this is the first part of the roof completed. I had to connect two pieces of wood together to form the beam that sits on the concrete posts, and I had to connect the rafters to the existing rafters, but it all went pretty well, considering that the wood that they supplied is not straight and it's a bit warped, but we managed to get a really decent finish on the roof. The tin roof is just cheap tin roof, but next step is the front part of the roof, which is going to be using a bit more expensive type of roofing, because we want it the same as on the existing front part of the classroom, where it has a curved front edge. So this is what we're going to use. I will still use wood for the beams. I'll connect the beams, two beams with wood, and then I will use steel for the rafters. I've got to put in an extra post to hold and support the new roof. But that is the next part of the project.
Hello, on this lovely, hot, sunny day in Thailand. 33 degrees today, and I've been working very hard in the hot sun. We're getting there. I'm on the last leg. Just got to put the roofing on, same as this. Just got to connect these two slats, I don't know what they're called, these two bars on. And we've got to fix this roofing. And job's a good one. Job will be finished. Once we finish that, we'll do the concreting, but that will be another day. Okay, I've got to crack on. Speak to you later. Bye bye. That's it. Job's finished. So, next step is the concrete floor, which I shan't be doing for at least a week. Maybe next weekend I might start preparing it, and then the following weekend order the ready mix concrete. But another job completed. Snowy, leave him alone. Be a bully. Okay, catch you later. Good morning. It's 7 o'clock in the morning here today. It's a pretty decent 28 degrees, and it is the 7th of May. So I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown on the cost of putting up this carport. So just like the waterfall, it's a carport on a budget. So first thing is the wood. Although it wasn't very straight and it was a bit warped, it was free for me. I think their grandparents paid to get it sawn. They get the wood from their land, take it to a sawmill, and they pay them to cut it for them. So I'm not sure how much they paid, but for me, the wood was free. Next was the posts. These big strong posts. Two of those. They come to 1,700 baht, which is just under £40. So £20 each. Not too bad. For the fixings, I used 3 screws to fix the wood together. Bought some bolts here and here, and bolts up here and here. I had to buy some special drill bits, drill into the screw, drill into the steel. So for bolts, screws, nails, drill bits, total was about 1,300 baht, which is about £30. So not too bad. I had to buy some, just a little bit less, so I worked it out just right, how much gravel, sand and cement I needed. So to cement these 3 posts, that only come to about £8. So pretty cheap. I had to buy some steel supports up here, and that came to £13, which is 570 baht. So for the roofing sheets, these ones here, these are cheap and cheerful, do the job. The main purpose of this carport is to protect the vehicles from the sun, and that's what it does. They cost 1,664 baht, which is about just under £40. So to do all this area, £40, so cheap. And the biggest expense was this roofing for the front here. So for this roofing here, we wanted it to match the existing. That came to, including the fixings for the roofing and the rails, that came to 3,000 baht, which is about £70. So 108, 121, 129, 159 plus 40, just under £200. Now, can you see yourself doing that in England? £200? I don't think so. So we've got a nice big carport for just under £200. Not too bad. So my next step is this concrete base. They've had Thai builders in put this concrete base in not long ago. I'd say about maybe 9 months ago, and already it's failing, it's cracking. They mixed sand and cement by themselves in a bucket and just laid it straight on top of the mud. So as you can see where the car drives on, it's just failed. So I'm not sure whether to take up all of this and then re-concrete the whole area, or maybe what I might do is just cut along this area here where the actual car is going to run on, and then concrete this area here, and maybe we could put some tiles or something over this area. I haven't decided completely yet, but that is the next project. If you're wondering about this post, this was a piece of scrap that we had left over from building the house, so we made use of it to support the roof. So that is the finished product. Now, we had to buy a fascia. I bought a bit of this fascia. It goes in the top. If you can see it, let's have a look. You can see it at the top there. So, and that came in with the price of this front of the roof. So that's it. Okay, that's all for now. I'm going back to Konkan, a couple of days rest. I'll be back. Okay, speak to you later.